Welcome to another episode of the Geek Out Room podcast. Don't forget you can check out our episodes over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just type in Geek Out Room podcast and you should find us. Today, we are talking about the Steam Machine. All right, the prices for the Steam Machine have finally been announced. I feel like we've been waiting forever. And Valve, I'm not going to lie, I understand why the prices are this high, but I feel like it's going to backfire on you. Let's get into it. The Steam Machine for the 512 gigabyte version is $1,049. All right. And that's without a controller. The 512 gigabyte console or Steam Machine with a controller is $1,128. The Steam Machine 2 terabyte version without a controller is $1,349. And the 2 terabyte Steam Machine with a controller is $1,428. All right. So those are the prices you're looking at if you want to buy a Steam Machine. Now, I don't know. I'm assuming you need to use a Steam Machine controller, like a Steam Machine specific controller for this device. I could be wrong, but if so, then there's no way you're getting the Steam Machine without the controller because you need the controller to play. Now, I changed my wordage from console to Steam Machine because this is basically a computer that is just for gaming, right? Or like a gaming specific computer, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, is it a console? You could call that, but I know some people get technical and all that stuff. So it's a machine that's gaming that is basically a cube sized PC. Is basically what it is. But yeah, these prices, man, is crazy. And again, for the 512 gigabyte version without controller, 1,049. With controller, 1,128. The 2 gigabyte version, there's no 1 terabyte, so it goes from 512 to 2 terabyte. The 2 terabyte version is $1,349 without controller. With controller, $1,428. I meant to say there's no 3 or 4 terabyte version. Sorry, there's only 512 and 2 terabyte version available right now. And so this is very interesting because I'm on the Steam Machine website or Valve's website, Steam's website. And again, for those of you who do computer gaming, who uses Steam, I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on these prices and if you will buy this machine. Excuse me, because this is something with these prices, I have to say, who is this for? I still think it's for the intended audience, and and for me, that is people who game on a PC or would like to make that transition, but one don't have the money or resources to buy a gaming PC slash build their own PC, or don't know how to do it and want to bother to learn how to build one. But love gaming or want to get into gaming, not get into gaming, but they love gaming, right? And they're tired of like the Xbox and PlayStation ecosystems. They want something like a good hybrid between PC gaming and console gaming. There is a Steam Machine. The Steam Machine has been born, and that's for you. So I think it's for the people who want that hybrid and don't really have the resources to pay for or build their own personal computer. That's who I think this is for. Now, with these prices, that kind of eliminates a lot of those people. Now, because of the prices of RAM and how much it costs to build your own PC now, this is still a good alternative, or maybe not the 1400 version, but like this is a decent alternative for that person who still wants the hybrid, right? I still think, not that you're getting a deal here, but I do think with the price of RAM and everything, how it skyrocketed, and the lack of resources sometimes and now to buy some of these things to build your own computer, I do think this is still a good hybrid for that. I think you can still buy this and enjoy gaming. Now, if you're out here paying $1,400 for a console or for this Steam machine, what money you gonna have left to purchase games? I don't know. But yeah, this could be a future look into the next generation of consoles, because if the Steam machine does well and does pick up, no pun intended, I promise. If the Steam machine picks up steam in sales, and people and companies see that this is an acceptable price point, and that people are still willing to buy it, even as bad the economy is right now, you best believe the PS6, the Xbox Helix, Switch 1 million, whatever, the next generation of consoles will be above this price point or matching this price point. And then because of that, video games also, which are already steadily increasing in cost, will also increase in cost. And I do think that the Steam machine does well, they will also, not only the prices, but they will also push as much as they possibly can to do cloud gaming only, or make cloud gaming the first and utmost choice instead of discs and disk drives. I could see the next generation consoles being completely diskless. I can see them saying that we're not spending any money with physical media anymore. Stores are stopping are slowly stop carrying physical media. We don't want to spend money on it. We don't think people care about it. We think if we just do cloud only gaming, that people will go and then they will buy it anyway. So this is an interesting point in gaming. Now, I think that this is showing something. And what this is showing is, by the way, this is not 4K. I also think I forgot to mention that. I may have forgotten to mention that. This is not 4K. It's not 4K at all, by the way. So keep that in mind. This is a 1080p machine. So I feel like a lot of people that were interested or excited about the Steam machine, I feel like a sizable demographic of people who wanted to buy this thing have now been priced out of it, or at least don't see can't justify spending $1,000 on the Steam machine. Because Steam itself, Valve itself, is not unproven, but this specific Steam machine and who they're trying to target, everything about this is still unproven. So for your launch pad for this thing to be over $1,000 is nasty. It is nasty. And their website is showing some of the games you can play. Obviously, they're showing Black Myth Wukong. They're showing Cyberpunk. They're showing Dying Light Beast, Silk Song, Hades, Portal 2. Like a lot of Split Fiction. They're showing a lot of the, hey guys, don't worry. All those games you're playing on your console, you can play here. Or some of the more popular games that you've seen, especially on Xbox and stuff, you can play here. It's very small, so it doesn't take up a lot of space at all. Again, your games on the big screen. So powerful PC gaming made easy in a small and mighty package. All right. And GPU, semi-custom AMD, RDNA 3. They have the CPU as semi-custom AMD Zen 4. All right. So again, and this is I'm looking at the 512 gigabyte version, specifically, 512 gigabytes, SSD with a micro SD card slot, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.3, gigabit, Ethernet, integrated Steam controller, wireless adapter, small form factor, 6-inch cube, SteamOS 3. All right. So with the 2 terabyte Steam machine, you do get extra faceplates. So one is a red fabric and one is solid walnut. I mean, you're spending over $1,300, so for what that's worth, you do get that. Um, yeah, this is ridiculous. I don't know who this is for. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the nerd in me, the geek in me, would love to buy the Steam Machine solely to have it to the collection of gaming history. Because for those that don't know, one day I do want to open up like a library of just the history of consoles, the history of gaming, stuff like that. But like, I would love the Steam Machine for that purpose, also for the purpose of reviewing it and like seeing is this worth it? Because I love gaming. I love the future of gaming. I love tech. I would love to see if this is worth it and who this is worth it for. Because there's people who are just tired of consoles for whatever the reason may be, and they want to get into PC gaming. But the nice thing about PCs is that you can also use it to do other things besides just gaming, right? With the Steam Machine, um, you know, but they're still gamers. They still want to play games first and foremost. So, is the Steam Machine for them? Is the Steam Machine cost worth it? I mean, if the prices keep going up the way they do in the next like 5 years, this price right now for the Steam Machine could be a steal if the Steam Machine gets popularized. Like if this is something that is going to be in the everyday household, then yeah, this is a bargain for it. I can see the next 5, 6 years the price go for like the 2 terabyte console right now with the controller at 1428, looking at probably 2200 or something. It's gonna be looking nasty. And that's the grimmest. That's like the grim outtake, like the next 5, 10 years, like the grim outtake of these kind of things. But I don't know if this is worth it. I don't know if this is like something that people need and got to have. I mean, they're showing commercials for on their website. Again, if you go to Steam, type in Steam Machine on Google, you can find the website, see what they're doing here. Um, I mean, I just don't know who this is for, bruh. I really don't know who this is for. I don't know if this is for people who like, I don't know. Because this price is just going to take so many people out of it. I don't know who's going to look at the Steam Machine and be like, that's what I want. I want this Steam Machine in my living room. I want this right here. Now, this machine is perfect. Like size wise, like form factor wise, this is perfect for people who like have it set up where there's just like, their living room, they don't want a big console taking up something, or you live in a smaller space and you just don't want things taking up your living space with limited space you have. The Steam Machine does not take up that much space. They said it's pretty quiet as well. So it just looks like something, it looks aesthetically pleasing for that purpose. But like worth over $1,000 for, worth almost as much as people's rent. I don't know. When you start getting into people's rent territory with gaming, that's when you lost a lot of people. This has become more of a luxury than a hobby. And don't be wrong, I don't say luxury loosely because either way, it's not like you need gaming to live. I mean, it's not a necessity to human being life. So yeah, is it a luxury? Sure, it's a hobby for a lot of people, but that's just getting a little facetious there. Like what I mean is like luxury. When I mean luxury, I mean this is like you need to make some bands every month to afford gaming, and that's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate we're getting to that point, and I think we need to course correct over the next 10 years. I think there needs to be a course correction in the next decade to make gaming way more affordable for the average person, to make it affordable for the low income to middle class family. All right? You shouldn't have to spend a month's worth of rent for just the device, not even setting aside money for the games and some of the upkeep costs, whether it's like paying for online or different things like that. Um, and not even for the Steam Machine, this goes for any console or any company going forward. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to succeed because this is just not a price I think people are willing to pay right now, especially with games like GTA 6 coming out. Like, is the Steam machine for GTA 6? No. So, is it going to be for Insomniac's Wolverine? No. To my knowledge. I could just be talking out my ass on these couple of points here. So definitely correct me if I'm wrong down below. I know it's not going to be for GTA 6, but either way, some of the most popular games coming out this year, next year, and the year after, are they going to be playable on the Steam machine? Because with consoles, especially Xbox, reigniting or at least attempting to reignite console exclusives, what does that mean for gaming PC in terms of Steam machine? Like, is it worth putting all this money into? I don't know. I don't know. And while we're at it, let me go, let's say GameStop, for example. Let me look at the prices for a PlayStation Pro right now. The PlayStation Pro right now is looking kind of crazy. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. PlayStation Pro. Okay, PlayStation Pro right now is $819.99. That's how much. $819.99 for Pro members. It is $778.99 for Pro members. Ooh, that's tough. That's just tough, man. I don't know. It's just the prices for everything is like so basically for a new console. Oh, that's pre-owned. It put me to the pre-owned version. Okay, that makes more sense. It is $900 for is $900 for a PlayStation Pro, no disc drive. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. $900 for a PlayStation Pro. All right, let's go to Xbox Series X. Xbox Series X, brand new, is $650. Okay. So yeah, man. And then you have Nintendo Switch 2, which, as I'm recording this video, I will have my hands on a Nintendo Switch 2 in the next couple of days. I have a lot of coupons and gift cards to use at GameStop, so I'm going to utilize that and pick myself up a Switch 2 before the price increase happens to that eventually. Yeah, I definitely always wanted my hand on a Switch 2. Was thinking about it, didn't want to pay full price. So the fact that I have a lot of discounts on it, almost like I'll be paying like 50% out of pocket for this. It's like 250-ish. I can cop that. I can justify that a tad bit. So that's something I'm looking into. So yeah, there's some stuff here. So Switch 2 is brand new, $500. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know these prices say for the future of gaming for a lot of people. I don't know who's going to want to pay these costs. I just don't know. But we shall see. Yeah, we shall see. So let me know down below what you think on a lot of these price points. Will you be picking yourself up a Steam machine? I think they said join the list anytime before June 25th at 10 a.m. Specific time, and you will be able to get your hands probably on the Steam machine. So I want one for the sake of review. Like I just to review it, play with it a little bit, see if it's like, is it worth it? Who's it for? But $1,000 is rough, man. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to support us on Patreon. If you do, there's extra benefits for all of you there, and it just helps out the podcast, helps out the channel. See you on the next one. Keep geeking out. Peace.